Hello guys, this is Sushant and we are going to continue with our differentiation for MHCET Mathematics. So please hit the like button and subscribe to our page. So your question is this particular function. You can see that this is a very complicated thing, so you cannot obviously take a direct derivative of this. So what you can do is simply you can name this as A, this will be B. So you are having this as A and this as B. So what you have is A plus B upon A minus B. So since they are root basically, so what you can do is you can rationalize the denominator. So rationalizing the denominator can be done by multiplying and dividing with the opposite sign in this. So we'll multiply and divide with A plus B. So you are having this as A minus B into A plus B, which is A square minus B square. So you will have A square minus B square in the denominator, and in the numerator you will have it as the whole square. So now if we substitute those things, so this expansion I can further write it as A square plus 2AB plus B square upon A square minus B square. So now if I just substitute the A's and B's, what I will get it as A square is basically this, so square of that, so 1 plus sine x plus 2AB, so it's multiplication of this, so you're getting root of 1 plus sine x into 1 minus sine x. So 1 plus sine x, 1 minus sine x gives you 1 minus sine square x, which is cos square under root, so you will get it as 2 cos x. The next term is you're taking a square of b, which is going to be this, so that's going to be plus 1 minus sine x. This thing divided by A square minus B square, so A square is this, so 1 plus sine x minus square of this, so it will be minus 1, this becomes plus sine x. So your 1's gets cancelled over here, this sine gets cancelled over here, so you are having 1 plus 1, that is 2 plus 2 cos x, and in the denominator you are having 2 sin x. So that 2 gets cancelled and you are having 1 plus cos x upon sin x. You can further reduce it down by using your half angle formula. Your 1 plus cos x will be basically 2 cos square x by 2 upon sin x can be written as 2 sin x by 2 into cos x by 2. So 2 sin x by 2 cos x by 2, one of the cos gets cancelled, 2 gets cancelled, and you are left with cot of x by 2. So basically this particular equation has been reduced down to this. So you are having cot y is cot x by 2, so you will have y is x by 2, derivative y with respect to x, I will get the value as 1 by 2, which is your C. Next, coming to this particular problem where you have y, another complicated function, but you have to find over here dy by dx at x equals 4. So whenever such thing is asked, what you have to do is you have to first of all find the derivative of this, and then you have to substitute the given value for it. So now what we can do is, first of all, this becomes a complicated function, so what we can do, we can square both sides. So if I square both sides, what I will get is y square is equal to root x minus 1 upon root x plus 1. If you take derivative of this particular equation, so you will get it as 2y, y1, that is derivative of y, is equal to, this becomes my u by v rule. So it will be derivative of the numerator, which is 1 upon 2 root x, into the denominator minus derivative of the denominator into the numerator. The whole thing divided by the denominator square. So if you just simplify this part, you will get it as 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 root x minus 1 by 2 minus minus plus 1 by 2 root x. This thing divided by root x plus 1 the whole square. So your 1 by 2 gets cancelled out. 1 by 2 root x plus 1 by 2 root x will give you 1 by root x upon root x plus 1 the whole square. So you're getting 2y y1 is equal to this particular thing. So you basically need to find what is y1, so that 2y will go that side. Now we have to just substitute the value of 4 inside this because x equals 4. Before doing that, let us find what is the value of my y going to be. So if I substitute my x in this, so I will get y at x equals 4 is root of 4 root, that is 2 minus 1 upon 2 plus 1. So that is going to be 1 by 3 under root. So when you are just substituting over here, you will get this as 1 by 2 divided by this becomes 2 plus 1 square. So that is 9 into 2 into y is 1 by root 3. So this becomes like this. So your answer is to be root 3 by this becomes 4, 9 4s are 36. So root 3 36. Root 3 by 36 is the answer. So your option is D. So next one is I am getting a 3x, 3 raised to x plus 3 raised to y equals 3 raised to x plus y. So when you are having such a function, if you just apply some simple trick, you can just divide this equation by 3x plus 3 raised to x plus y. So what you will get is as 3 raised to x plus 3 raised to y divided by 3 raised to x into 3 raised to y equals 1. So if you just split this up, so you will have 3 raised to minus y plus 3 raised to minus x equals 1. Now if you take the derivative, what you will have is derivative of this part will be 3 raised to minus y into minus 1 into dy by dx. Because it is 3 raised to x is this part, you don't have a x over here, you have a minus y, so minus 1 for that and dy by dx. Plus this will be 3 raised to minus x into minus 1 into nothing is equal to 0. So you want dy by dx, what it is going to be, so my dy by dx will be equal to minus of 3 raised to minus x divided by 3 raised to minus y. So I will get the answer as minus 3 raised to y minus x, which is your option B. Now next question, you again have something like this wherein your y is not explicitly shown as x. So what you can do is you can directly take derivative of this. So once you take the derivative of that, so you will have for this as 2bx, for this it will be plus 2ay, but it was not a x, so dy by dx equals derivative of this part 2 into x plus y into derivative of x plus y, which is 1 plus dy by dx. What you have to do now is taking all the dy by dx terms together and all the rest on the other side. So your dy by dx is over here and the multiplication over here. So you can write dy by dx into, you will have a 2ay from this side, and from here you will have a minus 2x minus 2y from this side. This thing will be equal to, this part goes that side and you are having over here 2x minus 2y minus 2bx. Since you are seeing that 2's are common, so 2's will get basically cut off. So now you will have dy by dx equals x minus y up minus bx divided by ay minus x minus y. If you take that minus side outside, so you will have a bx minus x plus y divided by, that minus sign can also be taken from here, so you will have x plus y minus ay. So basically that option is your B option. Now the next type of question, in this you are having x raised to 4 into 1 plus y is equal to 1 minus y. You have to find derivative of x with respect to y. Now if you just directly say that x raised to 4 is equal to 1 minus y divided by 1 plus y, you would not get any of these answers, because you can see that everything is in x. So what you need to do is you need to first find dy by dx and then use the property that dx by dy is 1 upon dy by dx. So what you will do is you will write it as x raised to 4 is equal to 1 minus y upon 1 plus y, and then you have to represent it in terms of y equals to term. So if you take componendo dividendo, so you will have x raised to 4, because this is basically divided by 1. So x raised to 4 plus 1 divided by x raised to 4 minus 1, which will give you a minus 1 minus y plus 1 plus y divided by 1 minus y minus 1 minus y. So the y gets cancelled, the 1 gets cancelled, and you are having a 2 by minus 2y. So from this you will get the equation for y. So your y basically, therefore y will be basically the inverted part of it, and a minus sign will be given to it. So it will be 1 minus x raised to 4 divided by 1 plus x raised to 4. So you are getting the y as this part. Now taking the derivative, so it will be a u by v rule. So you got your y as this thing. Now taking derivative, so it will be a u by v rule. So my dy by dx will be nothing but derivative of u, that is minus 4x cube into denominator minus the denominator derivative into the numerator, okay, divided by 1 plus x raised to 4 the whole square. So now if you just solve this part, you will get it as minus 4x cube minus 4x raised to 7 minus 4x cube plus 4x raised to 7. So this part gets cancelled out, and you are getting a minus 8x raised to 3, that is x cube, divided by 1 plus x raised to 4 the whole square. So if you want to find what is dx by dy, because that is basically what is asked, so my dx by dy is basically 1 upon dy by dx. So you have to invert this. So inverted answer is your D. Next, this type of questions are very popular, wherein you are being given an infinite series. So what you can see is y is root of sin x plus root of sin x plus root of sin x, and that goes up to infinity. So whenever you are having such type of question, what you do is you first see what is y. Basically it's the root of sine of the infinite series. So if you take any one, if you just eliminate any one of the term from y, that's not going to affect the y itself, because it's an infinite series. So you can simply write this as y equals root of sin x plus y. So what you can see is, if I just remove the sign, you're basically again getting this as y itself. So I'm just replacing that with y. So now squaring both sides, so I will get y square is equal to sin x plus y. So if I take derivative of this, I will get 2y into y1 is equal to sine's derivative is cos x plus y1. So that y1 goes over here, and I can take y1 common, and it will become a y1 into 2y minus 1 equals cos x. So that is what you have to find, that is 2y1 minus 1 into y1. So you are having that answer as cos x, so your option is D. Next questions are related to the parametric equation, in which I am having x in terms of theta and y is in terms of theta. I have to find what is going to be my dy by dx at theta is equal to pi by 2. So whenever you are having a parametric equation, you have to remember that my dy by dx will be given as dy by d theta divided by dx by d theta. So basically you have to find derivative of this with respect to theta, derivative of this with respect to theta, and divide this by this. So let us find what is my dy by d theta. So it's going to be equal to, a is a constant term, it is a uv rule. So uv rule, you can take a common, so e raised to theta will be having the same value, and derivative of this, so plus e raised to theta as it is, and derivative of the bracket, which gives you a cos theta minus sin theta. This thing divided by derivative of x with respect to theta. So again you can have the a common outside, e raised to theta will be same, plus you will take derivative of this term, so that gives you a cos theta plus sin theta. So if you just solve this by opening the bracket, or you can take the e raised to theta outside, so that e raised to theta gets cancelled, and you are just remaining with sin theta plus cos theta, and cos theta minus sin theta, though sin theta gets cut. So you are having 2 cos theta divided by your e raised to theta has been cancelled, sin theta minus cos theta plus cos theta plus sin theta, cos theta gets cancelled, so you are having 2 sin theta. So the 2 gets cancelled and you are having a cos theta by sin theta, which is basically a cot theta. So now cot theta, my theta pi by 2. So at cot theta my cot theta at pi by 2 is having a value 0. So it's option A. Next one is this particular thing. It's again a parametric equation. You have to find what is dy by dx. So for this, what you have to do is, first you have to take x equals and y equals. So basically this term will go on this side and this term will go on this side. So if I just directly write what is my dy by dx going to be, it's going to be derivative of y. So derivative of y will give you a derivative of 3 sin theta, that is 3 cos theta, minus derivative of 2 sin theta, because this 2 sin cube theta goes this side, so it will have a minus sign. So it will be 2 into 3, that is 6 sin square theta, into derivative of sin theta, which is cos theta. So we have found derivative of y. Next we are finding derivative of x. So it will be derivative of 2 cos cube theta, which is a 6 cos square theta, into minus sin theta, so minus over here, and derivative of this, which is if it goes that side, it's going to be minus 3 cos theta, so it will be plus 3 sin theta. So in this you can take the cos terms outside, and from here you can take the sin term outside with the 3 along with it from both the sides. So you will have 3 cos theta outside divided by 3 sin theta, and inside if you see, it is going to be 1 minus 2 sin square theta divided by 1 minus 2 cos square theta. So if you just observe over here, there is no option like this, so you have to simplify this part. So if you just write this as, instead of a 2, I can write it as minus sin square, and this as minus cos square. So you get the original thing, and you are having 1 minus sine square, which is basically a cos square, and this is going to be a sine square minus cos square. If you take the minus sign outside, so both of them gets cancelled out, so you're getting minus cot theta as the answer. So your option is C. Next questions are related to my double derivatives. So you're having this equation. In that you have to find my d square x by dy square. Now what you can do is basically you can just derivate this simply with respect to x, and then you can find what is my dx by dy. So if you take derivative of this with respect to x, you will have a 2y dy by dx equals 2ax plus 2b. So your dy by dx will have the value as ax plus b upon y. So basically your dx by dy will be y upon ax plus b. So now if you take derivative of this with respect to y, because you require this particular term, okay, so we have got what is my dx by dy. Now taking double derivative now with respect to y. So if I am taking with respect to y, I will get d square x by dy square, which will be equal to, this will be derivative of y, which is 1 into ax plus b, minus into y and derivative of ax plus b. So that is going to be a derivative of x with respect to y. This thing is divided by ax plus b the whole square. We can take that thing over here. So it is ax plus b the whole square with my double derivative term. In this I know that dx by dy is this term. So if I just substitute that, so I will get ax plus b minus, it will be ay square by ax plus b. So multiplying throughout, this term will be a square term, and this becomes a ax plus b the whole cube term, which is the required term in the question. So I have to basically solve this particular equation. I know that y square is the value this. So if I just substitute and open this bracket, I will get a square x square plus 2axb plus b square minus a into ax square plus 2ab plus 2bx plus c. So that a multiplies itself inside and the sign changes. So this becomes minus and minus ac. So this gets cut, this gets cut, and the answer is b square minus ac, which is your option B. Now coming to the second question, you are having x equals sin t and y is equal to cos pt. So basically it's a parametric equation which you have to find. It is, you have to prove this, you have to find value of this particular equation. So now what we can do is, this, if we solve it by the parametric equation method, it will be a tedious method, a long procedure. So instead of that, what we can do is, I can see that my t will be basically a sine inverse x, and my pt will be a cos inverse y. So you can eliminate the term t from this. So you will get it as p into sine inverse x is equal to cos inverse y. Now if you take derivative of this term, you will get your required term. So what you can do, you can take derivative with respect to x. So this term will give, if you take derivative of cos inverse x, that will be minus 1 upon root of 1 minus y square into dy by dx, which will be equal to p t into sine inverse derivative, which is root of 1 minus x square. So what you are getting is this particular thing. Now in this, if you observe that there is a 1 minus x square with the second derivative. So basically it's the square of this term. So what you can do is you can just square both sides. When you square both sides, you will get this particular term. Now you require that 1 minus x square should be with my derivative term, so you cross multiply it. So you will have 1 minus x square into dy by dx the whole square is equal to p square into 1 minus y square. Now taking the derivative again with respect to x. If I take derivative with respect to x of this particular term, it will be 2 into dy by dx into d square y by dx square. Okay. Next it will be into 1 minus x square plus derivative of this term, which is minus 2x. So minus 2x dy by dx the whole square. This thing will be equal to p square into minus 2y into dy by dx. So what can be done is my dy by dx can be eliminated throughout, and I can divide the 2 also. So what I will be getting is 1 minus x square double derivative, which is y2, minus x into a single derivative, which is y1, will be having a value minus p square y, which is your option D. I hope I might be helping you in solving some of your doubts and simplifying some procedures which you have to follow while solving the mathematics parts of this mathematic part of the CET exam. When you start solving this particular chapter, you will find many more problems which will be of different types. I have taken only those problems which are possibly they can be repeated, the types of problems can be repeated. If you have any doubts with the current chapter which we were dealing with, you can just comment below, or you can also email me on my personal email address, which is given in the description below and also in the about page. Please share with your friends this particular series so that they also get helped because of it. Please like the video, please subscribe to the page, share and comment so that it will help me also to understand whether I am able to reach you guys or not. I will like to remind you to go and look in for the other videos also after your exam, which are related to your engineering subjects only, which is mechanics and electronics. So thank you guys, keep learning, keep studying, all the best and take care.